night is sitting there, and I look up, and I'm like, doo 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 doo, and 70s is in there going, and I'm like, holy shit, yes. We can't even see each other, and it's like all synced up. And... Oh, greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Late Show here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. We are just waiting on our compatriot, the Sno Dub, who's probably in his backyard right now with his puppies. Like, give me just a minute, Loki. I'll be right there.
He's fondling his puppies, is what you're saying.
It's not with his puppies and likely with his Chinese prostitutes. It's either one.
It's one or the other.
Wait, did you say petting? Oh, sorry.
Holy crap. Welcome, everybody. What is up? Big David K is here. We've got Marcus Felix here. We have got, he's like, I'm on my way, damn it. Well, you know. Story time with Sagador.
But is he on his way here, though?
No.
Positive Candor, 10 months. I hated that Superman looks so beaten in that goofy trailer. Oh, it sucks, dude. Screw DC. They're gonna blow it. The DJ Roddy G is here. Absolutely. Oh, holy shit! It's that sim. Oh, we got that 70. Oh, yeah. He's there, and he's there, and he's over there, and 70s is everywhere.
Oh, I'm going the other way. Hold on. Sorry.
Makini, your camera's on.
Yeah, my camera's on. That's why. I know it is my camera's on. That's why.
He's got his head in a bag.
No.
The sound of it.
No, I'm here. Please get my. But no, I just wanted to share with somebody. Let's hear somebody. This is
Hey.
Oh, hello.
He's back right now. You have like 46 people watching, so I want to say hi to everybody.
That's precious. It's absolutely precious.
He's a good friend of mine.
Hey,
So.
Snow.
They're all good friends of yours, Makini.
Good to see you, Snow. What'd you think of Perfeld?
Wait, what happened?
Huh? What?
What?
What do you think of Perfeld?
Oh, I think he's pretty good. Like, he's got room to grow.
Yeah.
Perfel. Who the hell is Perfel? What the hell are y'all talking about?
Yeah, what's going on?
Long time no puppet there, Loki.
God help me.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
Season finale of Cotton Council tomorrow, so bring your puppets.
Bring your puppets.
Is there an echo?
Yep.
Yes.
There is.
From Mock.
It's Makini.
Sorry.
Makini, you're echoing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's always back.
I'll see what I can do.
When he's on the
myself.
train, that's the best.
I'm at work. I'm at work right now. So
We know, and I appreciate it.
Don't go on the train, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Don't go
Not
anywhere
right
near
now.
that thing.
And ride it. Woo, woo. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Anyway, how are we
The
all?
Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah. What is up, everybody?
What's
How's everybody
happening?
doing?
70s.
Happy
Hey.
New Year.
Happy New Year to y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 70s.
do I
Was it
sound
good?
better?
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
A little
Can you
bit.
believe we're in the future already? 2025.
Is
Yeah, I
this
can't
going
wait
up?
for this next episode of Running Man to come out, man. I hear that Richard Dawson's been tearing it up.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's 2025, yeah.
Running Man takes place in
It's
2025.
like we are living
The
in the
series is coming out. I thought you were talking
Well,
about the series. I was
Well,
like, oh
there's
my
a new
God.
movie
please tell
coming
me.
out. There's a remake or a reboot movie coming out this year, is there not?
Oh, no.
I thought
So
they were
let's-
going to make a series. I thought they
Oh,
were doing
no.
a series.
I think there's a movie. I don't know about the
Oh.
show. I think, and Glenn Powell is in it, I think.
Did it get
You know what?
downgraded?
Let's fix this really quick. So if anybody only saw the movie and never read the book is vastly different than
Yeah.
the film.
So they
Okay,
may
if
make
you're gonna
the
if
book.
you're gonna make the movie about the book, this is what you do.
That's
You
the rumor.
You have
Oh, wait, that's
crazy-
Stephen King, right?
Yes. Well, Bachman. It's Bachman,
Richard
so it
Bachman,
was Stephen King under Bachman. So you make the movie, but you have content creators and all that going out and catching them. They're the ones going out and televising it, and you've got teams like you got like a chick team that, and you find out that all these people have kept dying, and they're just like recycling them. So they'll bring someone in and do all the plastic surgery to make them look just like the original, so that you don't know that one of the lawmen got killed, you know, when they all die except for, you know, the famous three.
You find out that Mr. Beast is like the mastermind behind all of it.
You want to make a movie like that? I'm telling you, it'll work. If you do The Running Man today, you make it like a televised hunt with people that are on YouTube and Rumble, and you just make up your own network, whatever. That way you don't piss anybody off. But and you do social media.
The suggestion is that this movie will be closer to the book. We'll be following the book as opposed to the last movie. Not that there was anything wrong with the last movie, but it wasn't the same thing.
No.
But hey, there's a lot of other reboots coming out this year. So Naked Gun, for instance. Do we really need a Naked Gun reboot? No.
I mean,
sure.
When there's a remake of Demolition Man, okay? Let's just see.
you just want the
Chick
three
team
shells.
is an oxymoron. David Glenn. I'm not talking about the main characters. What you have to understand is that everybody in this story, if it was my story, everybody would be getting lied to. Like, you find out that the chick team has been taken out like 5 times. Every time they run into a dude, one of them dies, and they have to replace them with someone that they can do plastic surgery on that resembles the original. Okay? So they keep lying to you, and you keep thinking the girls are being successful when really they've eaten it like 4 or 5 times, and it's not even the original team. You just think it is because they're covering
If we
all
get
this
to
up.
see them eating it, that would be an extra bonus.
This double
Oh,
agent.
sorry, we're talking about something else.
See, this way you get...
Basically.
You get that aspect of the lie that Dillinger uses, or whatever his name is, Dylan. You get the aspect of that lie when they kill Arnie off screen, you know, and oh, Mr. Captain Insano did it, you know, yay! And it was never Arnold. They just like mapped his face, right? Well, this is so cover up and so masterfully planned that the bad guys are winning all the time, because they keep taking out the good guys, but the press and the media and the fact that all these people have their own social media teams, it's been covered up. So you never hear that the bad guys take one of them down.
So yet another book written back in the day that accurately predicted the future, like Demolition Man accurately predicted it. You look at all these old science fiction movies and books, they were dead on about what was going to happen in this present day.
Okay, the only thing about Demolition Man is if Taco Bell is going to be the only restaurant, they downsized their menu a few years ago, and it's horrible.
You know, it wasn't Taco Bell across the pond.
It was Pizza Hut. When I first saw the movie, it was Pizza
really?
Hut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty bad.
They didn't have
too,
Taco
of
Bell
course.
there.
We didn't at that time. No, this was the 80s. Yeah.
At
No,
that
all
time, they
restaurants
had,
are Pizza Hut.
90s.
I was going to say, at that time, had they already merged? Or had parent ownership?
I think it was in the 2000s that they started merging like KFC with Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Right.
They started doing those-
But I
Yeah.
mean,
So it all got bought up by Yum Yum Brands or some shit like that.
yeah. I was just saying at the
93.
time of Demolition Man, when the movie came out, there might have already been play on parent company ownership, so that's why, you know what I mean?
1993 was the movie, so
Oish. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is a view from Town Hall. This is the top of Salesforce Tower. And I'm in San Francisco, so this is where I work at. But yeah,
Salesforce Tower.
Yeah, Salesforce Tower is the top of the one. And it's like they do all this all the time.
You know,
Like when a
how many,
ball goes in, it just sticks out like a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you see the Bay, top of the Bay Bridge there and such like that. But yeah, I'm at work, so.
I see. You didn't show us the ground floor level where all the homeless people are shitting in the street.
It's not too much, actually. Not too much. It depends on which area. It depends on which neighborhood you're in. I'm downtown, financial district, market.
Yeah,
Too much of that, but you go up for like into the Tenderloin, like the places where Gary Nerdrotic mentioned. Yeah, that's where you're going to see most of that.
they can't risk the money.
Y'all would not believe what Eris just did.
What did
was
Eris
that?
just do?
She just flashed me while she was walking by.
Well, that's just not fair. What about the rest of us?
There, yeah.
Come on, share and share alike.
So Loki got his own booby break.
I got my own
His
private movie break.
Yep.
Holy
So
shit.
we're getting another Tron movie this year as well. We get
Tron
the Tron Ares
That will have
with
nothing to
Jared
do with
Leto.
the last movie.
with
They'll have
Jared
nothing-
Leto.
Legacy is a cult classic.
Legacy is a cult classic. I was just watching that the other night.
So it's
Good
going to
movie.
have like a little bit of Jeff Bridges. I don't know how much, just a little bit.
Good night, story time.
No.
I would be
Good night, brother.
interested. I would be interested on one condition: you get Daft Punk to do the soundtrack again.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
too late now though.
They broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe just
Yeah.
get one of them. Get either Daft or Punk.
Yeah, but they're like the Wonder Twins. You really can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or
right.
like, is it like the two brothers that were stitched together in that Farley Brothers movie? It's separate.
No.
only.
So earlier today, I got let's see. I put out a little tweet about AI and how it reminded me of 80s synthwave and stuff like that. And then our good friend Man Scotch Meansmith, put little penguin in front of some synth like he's going on stage in some 80s club. So now this conversation, apparently since Daft Punk is broken up, and I'm thinking new me, new year. I was thinking like synth waddle, but apparently Daft waddle, and I need a little Judge Dredd helmet to go out on the stage and start doing
Yes.
be DJ
Yeah.
Daft waddle.
Yes.
Red
Daft
Bottle,
Waddle.
So that sounds like fun. though.
Yeah,
That
I don't know
sounds
if it's
good.
going to happen, but
Amazing. That's a great
it's
idea.
My New Year's
So-
resolution that I'll probably fail at.
So apparently the music for Tron Ares is going to be done by 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
So
What?
What? There's
You're
bad,
kidding.
there's bad typecasting.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So it's going to have an industrial soundtrack.
when it comes to like musical performances, what's the version of that for typecasting? I think that's
So
Okay. I don't know what to say about that.
mean,
It's not The Crow. You don't
Yeah.
you don't have like industrial metal or any that's not Tron.
No.
I
Wow.
wouldn't think so, but
Oof.
hey, we can only wait and see. I'll have to. I've not seen any. I don't think there's a trailer or anything.
Is Jeff Bridges coming back?
Jeff Bridges is in it apparently, but how much nobody knows. He is in the cast list, but he's way down, so it could just be like a 2-minute cameo,
Are they gonna?
de-aged.
Yeah, they're gonna do that AI sort of T1000 version of him, like in
Could be.
Legacy, right?
It's very possible. I don't think there's been anything like a trailer for it that I'm aware of. But
No, there hasn't.
no, so hey, it's like
band
all
Hot
these things.
Butter
You have to
was
wait
the-
and see. We have to wait and see now. Can't
Black
say
like a
that-
hoe, now with your soul.
I don't just leave it alone. Disney, leave it alone. You're not going to continue from Legacy. Why did you make Legacy? And man, I'm just
Are you expecting Disney to do something original, unique, or sensible or logical? at this
People
point?
don't want something new. They want us to crash and burn everything to the ground so there's nothing left.
Well, this is an instance where we would want something that wasn't necessarily new, but as Loki
It
said,
was-
it has some
yeah.
bears some relationship to what went before. So you're not
Nice.
quite, doesn't have to
Yeah.
be a completely new franchise. Just, but what
So
if
I
you're
was-
going to do it?
I was trying to amalgamate all the the terrible excuses why they don't try anymore. in one
Well, this is
back
just like
statement.
Disney because they're gonna be like, "Welcome to the family movie event of the year." You know, and you see the light cycle, and then you hear, "I wanna fuck you like an animal," and you're like, "What? Wait, what?" My 7-year-old sitting here because he likes computers, and you guys are playing 9-inch nails.
No, they're gonna play Star Suckers. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Apparently, it's more of a reboot than a sequel. So
Oh
Of
god.
of course, it's a soft. That's what the industry
Soft.
calls
yeah,
a soft reboot.
So we're gonna get like
soft reboot.
the American
Soft-
Gothic
softcore?
version of Tron.
Could be. Jared Leto, I'm a bit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Jared Leto is the star. Jared
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
So-
It's over.
Oh, no.
All right,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yep, we can't be having that.
You know what? Somebody saw what was the vampire movie that he made? It's not Craven. I don't know why I keep thinking Craven. It's the
Morbius.
Spider Morbius. Okay,
Morbius.
someone saw Morbius, and Disney said, "Oh, that didn't work. Hold my beer. We'll cast him in Tron."
He's getting his 30 seconds of fame, right?
I'll be right back,
Oh,
folks.
very
Duty calls.
good. Very good. 30 seconds of fame.
He says duty. He means it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never warm. It's not an actor you can. I don't know. I've never warmed to the guy.
I've given up on all of it. Like, it's at this point, Deadpool and Wolverine was kind of my coup de grace. Now I'm thinking, unless they hit like a super slam dunk, grand slam home run with those two Avenger movies, I'm pretty sure we see the end of Marvel. It's over.
Yeah. No. I absolutely agree.
I mean,
And
the
let
future of
them-
Hollywood is in the balance. Never mind Marvel.
Daryl, what is up, brother? Good to see you.
Hey
Greetings,
Daryl.
program. We were just talking about Tron there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
The glory that is Tron Ares and 9-inch nails.
Yeah,
God,
just
I'm just.
Trump Aries and 9-inch nails. What a combination.
That's right. Disney knows how to pick them.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I think my favorite Jared Leto performance, and there's not many, was in Dallas Buyers Club. If you've ever seen that,
Yep.
he played a very particular type of character in that, but he actually played it really well. If you know what I mean. So,
I liked him. I as much as I'm not like, I'm kind of like 50-50 on the movie. Blade Runner, 2049?
2049, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So as far as the performance goes, he thinks he's a god. So he acts like a god would. And he's like, oh, my child, come here, my creation. Da, 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 da. He literally has put himself in this like God aspect of, I create life, therefore I am a god. And as far as that went in his performance in that movie and him being like, oh, look, I can give you back Rachel. Now, it's not his fault that the best they could come up with was her eyes were green. Shut up, Harrison. You wouldn't even remember, you old senile
What day is
bastard.
it?
Don't even tell me you'd even remember what color her eyes were. That's not his fault. But I think he played that role, and holy shit, now there are two of them.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Hey, we can hear you now, man.
Yeah. I'm on my main headphones now. So.
Yeah. No, we can hear you. That's good, mate. It's good.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's an interesting exercise when you look through the movies planned for 2025, and I'm talking Hollywood. I'm into all this other stuff, Korean and Japanese, whatever. The Hollywood stuff, it's you're like, okay, well, that might be good, but probably won't be. No, that'll be terrible. Yeah, that doesn't look good. It's before it used to be like years ago, you'd look through the list of, and you think, oh God, yeah, there's some good stuff coming up next year.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like maybe 2 or 3 of these will be okay.
Well, then, like you said, there's certain studios that either dropped off the face or the ones that used to make the ones that we would all just flock to and want to see over and over.
Trying
The
to
ones
recall.
we want to avoid now.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a couple of things, but I mean, there's so many reboots, remakes, sequels,
Remake
sequels.
walls, threequels,
Threequels. If it's
remake
Saw,
walls.
like they're up to Saw 11 or something now. I don't know. Just
No.
I don't
Why
know.
does
I
it-
Looking forward to the 28 days, 28 years later.
Oh
20
yeah.
years later, that does
Yeah.
look like it could be one of the good ones. Yes, it does look good. I don't know. I
They
really-
skipped one though. They went from days to weeks to years. What about months?
Mm.
They skipped
Well, they
months.
didn't do that. They didn't pick up on that. So
They should just scrap the whole thing then.
I don't
think
know.
so.
What would you rather want? Because I know what I want. Would you want a trilogy that was very well received and made a good amount of money, or would you want a shitload of movies like the James Bond series that made okay money? Now, in the long run, you made more, but they weren't as good a quality films, and they were thrown together quickly or whatever. Kind of like the way they did the Jason and Freddy movies and shit like that. I'd rather have the trilogy that absolutely kicked ass, that made a good amount of money, instead of a whole shitload of movies that were okay and made, in total more money. But still, I wouldn't do that.
Loki, the most successful movie, I believe, you guys can fact check me on this. The most successful movie of last year was Terrifier 3, because it was like on a $6 or $7 million budget. It made like $100 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So numbers wise, that it's movies like that. It's just a good horror franchise. People want to see what's next, and that might be where the future is. I think is in horror movies, because they seem to be the most successful lately.
Well, I mean,
It's a genre that's always done well. If you think about
Well,
it, B-movie
it-
horror type stuff.
right, and it's
True. Yeah.
it's traditionally much lower budget to produce than some of these, because you don't need all the big name actions, the big explosions. The suspense and what isn't on screen is kind of what is the appeal to some of those movies. And not that I'm not a huge horror fan, so hear me out. But I think people have talked about this too. Like, we're getting to the point where theaters, and I know there's bigger channels that talk about this, but we're getting to a point where a movie in theaters is only gonna make so much money, right? And you're gonna go worldwide unless you're like Sonic 3 or something, or these big ones,
Right.
is gonna launch it. You're only gonna make so much money. So what you're saying is to keep a production cost that's reasonable, that you're likely to, out of the averages of how long it might be in theater and what the appeal is, like, the movies aren't being made to make money. And if like I was saying, the horror genre is great at making movies that make money because of like how they're developed and produced. So, and okay, and this is the last thing I'll say. We used to have those indie art house movies that were kind of thought provoking, like focus features that had some decent names, not huge names. Woody Allen before he was canceled and revived or whatever. And like, you had this quirky bit to not William H. Macy. Yeah. And people, like, just people that you haven't seen in those roles in a while, that made some really compelling, like, movies that kind of felt like they could have gone to the live stage. That sort of interaction that they just don't make anymore. And they were, I think, a little bit less than these huge Marvel CGI crapshoots. Where'd they go?
Yeah, well, us horror fans, we as long as you make us happy, give us what we want, you got fans for life. A great franchise, and we'll stick around. And we're really simple. We're really easy to please. We just want, decent characters, at least one or two. The rest of them could be knockoff people that get killed. But you at least got to have a good protagonist and an antagonist. And then decent story, some titties, and some good scares, whether it's graphic horror or just, what Punk was talking about, like Nosferatu, what you don't see, horror can be done in so many different ways, which is probably why the medium has always done so well, because there's mediums inside the medium, so to speak, with horror. You can go funny horror, like comedy, slapstick, jokey type stuff. Then you got your jump scare horror, and then you got your, and then your mental,
Psychological. Yeah.
right, like The Thing, and which is my favorite movie. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but a lot of that, they can't like. Okay, you can't do Jason anymore. You can't. They tried
No,
that.
you
It doesn't
can't.
work. Why doesn't it work? Because any kid that goes off to camp is gonna have an aneurysm the second he realizes he can't get on his iPad or his iPro or his whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So you can't. Nobody goes to that shit anymore. Why? Because every kid's like part mentally handicapped and can't figure out how to deal without life without going. I'm derping, derpity derp derp. What is even the challenge? Jason comes out of the closet and he's like, and he's got the machete, and the kid's just sitting there doing this the whole time. Doesn't look up from the phone, doesn't notice Jason's there, doesn't hear anything. Why? Because he's
Not
Well,
not having any premarital sex.
you got to change the premise. You got to have like a plane wreck in the middle of the forest. Everybody's phones gets broken or no signal. You got to set it up. That way,
near
Jason
Crystal
can come in
Lake.
and do his
Crash
thing.
land in
Yeah.
the Andes in Chile. Oh, I mean, and then they'd have to eat each other then, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Well,
They had
It's a real
they had a
donner.
part 2. They had a reunion of that movie, 70s,
Yes.
where they got together and had a giant birthday cake in the shape of an ass.
So the plane crashes and everybody's shit's ruined and they get out and they wash up on shore. The plane's like stuck in the lake, right? And that's what lets his bitch ass out or whatever. And some dude picks up a sign. He's like, Camp Crystal Lake. And you even have that in the trailer. What's this? Camp Crystal Lake. And what? That's just like, they tried that kind of in that last one that nobody went and watched because it absolutely sucked balls. It's like, oh, look, it's the camp. And it's like rotted out camp buildings that haven't been used in 40 years.
You got to give the horror fans what they want. To this day, people still complain that Kane Hodder wasn't put in as Jason for Freddy versus Jason.
Yep.
So you give the fans what they want. That's their favorite Jason. You bring him back. It's that simple.
Do you think he could do another Jason movie?
Yeah, he just did I talked to him personally in June. We went and seen him. Got pictures of him in the full makeup. He had his Takes Manhattan outfit on, so he looked all slimy, And he still looked big and menacing, and I think he could pull it off. He did a Victor Crowley movie a few years back, so he's sprite for an old man. He still looks good. I think he's pushing like 70. So I think he's got one more in the tank. The stunt man would probably have to do most of the stunts, obviously, but for all the close-up stuff and the choke kills and all that good stuff, he's still got it.
I think horror's always had the ability to adapt and change itself over the years and come up with new stuff. I do get a bit bored with hey, there's the 11th movie in that series. I think some of them need to die, but always there's new stuff coming out, always reinventing, come out with new ideas, because it's cheap. A lot of it's cheaply made, it's swiftly made, and they're easily adaptable. And there's less risk, so people are willing to try new stuff in the horror genre. Like, hey, let's try this. We haven't done this before.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case.
Yeah, so it's a genre that's probably never going to die.
There's two problems with Nightmare on Elm Street, Lisa. One, you'll never be able to get somebody that did it as good as the original.
But also, I think But I also think it might be just of times, though, because now, especially with something like, I really don't think Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th could be made today, honestly.
Well, as far as Nightmare, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Robert Englund was quoted by saying the reason why people can't get into a new Freddy is because all the Freddy movies have come out in new mediums throughout the years, from DVD to Blu-ray to now 4K. So you have a whole new audience that's discovering it. These kids that are growing up discovering it for the first time, and they're being, wrapped up in the fandom of that's who Freddy Krueger is. So they are used to Robert Englund. It's just like Loki says, you can't replace somebody that iconic. It's different when it's a man behind a mask. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
just
and
be
plus, none of them will make it today because they're not going to make a story about a dude that invades your dreams and does whatever that he wants with you because that's all they want to do.
Well,
that's what
even-
I was alluding to, basically.
Well, because isn't that what the Sandman is? But when Netflix did it, they did a weird adaptation and kind of fell off the face, even though the comic book and all that.
Alamano, the $5 super chat says Terrifier is worse than both and made bank.
And it did. Because
It
it's
did.
Terrifier, it's a
low
return
risk.
to form. That's what I like about Terrifier is it's not trying to be a good movie. It's just wanting to be a good horror movie.
Yes.
Which a horror movie doesn't follow the same rules as movies that want to be good cinema. A horror movie is blood, guts, tits, and ass.
And I knew it. Stark
All
is
in that, all in that exact order, by the way.
In that exact order. So
You
the
have
tits
to
and ass
have-
come before the blood and guts, but
Yeah, the TNA is important, of course, but you have to have
I'm
a
not
good character.
Slaneshi. I'm Zinch. I ride with Zinch.
But yeah, that's a great point. The horror movies don't have to be conform to being good cinema. They have to be true to
They never do.
themselves. They have to be true to themselves.
You have to
That's what
believe
makes
it.
them work. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to believe it. It can't be too cheesy, and it could be it could be anything from a person to a creature to multiple creatures to aliens. You just have to have a really good character, whether whatever that antagonist is of the movie. The franchise is built around this. The movie's built around Ghost, monster, Dracula, you name it. It has to be
Serial
good.
killer. Yeah.
It's like,
If it's a bad one, it's gonna flop.
or even death itself.
Right. It just has to be good. If it's shit, then the movie will do shit.
It's
horror.
gotta hold to what it has to do.
which is
one of the things that I love about the old B movies. I used to love Full Moon Entertainment. I don't know if anybody ever remember those. Puppet Master. I've got like the trunk, the Toulon trunk that came with all those super cuts and all that shit. Those first 5 movies are absolutely insane. Why? Because they go from these killer little puppets in the first movie who end up killing the guy that's misusing them, right? So the guy that's the big bad guy, he ends up misusing them and like beats the crap out of one of them. They all turn on him and they kill the bad guy. Second movie, the creator shows back up, which it wasn't really their creator, and tricks him and lies to him and manipulates him, and then they kill him at the end of the movie. Third movie comes up and it's a prequel. I hate prequels, but in this instant, it goes back to World War II, shows you how some of the puppets get made, and that they were originally kind of like Avengers for the death of this guy's wife.
Yeah.
It always feels like sorry.
I was just saying, then you get to 4 and 5, and basically they're like heroes fighting demons. And that's even better because they've got like Ride the Lightning plane and all kinds of crazy shit because they make one that actually like controls lightning. So they make this like Frankenstein puppet that shoots lightning out of its head and all kinds of crazy shit. I thought that was great. Okay, you've got 5 movies that create an arc of completely different view on these little puppets that are running around murdering people.
Right.
But it works. If you can't build something like that, don't try.
And don't even try to these studios and those movies. Don't try and market them to a huge general audience. They don't care. They're never going to watch it. Make sure you know your audience. That's right. You know your audience. That's right.
And that's a really good point. Did I cut you off, Brian?
No, not at all, mate.
Okay, but the really good point is that like the way they're handling with movies and video games and all this other stuff is most of the cult classics and most of these movies came off with 1 or 2 movies that did really good, and then they, like Loki was saying, they kept building on the lore. People wanted to watch it. And now it's like, we're going to create this universe and it's going to be so awesome. And they have all this stuff set in stone and all these ideas, 50 years in the future, this big plan. And the first one comes out and it's like, this wasn't developed. This doesn't have the soul. This doesn't have
You
Like-
can't develop with the concept of a universe. It's done.
Right.
It's over.
It's like, and I go back to Miyazaki, you know, in all of the Studio Ghibli movies and some of the interviews I've seen with him, where he talks about how when he writes a story, he has characters, and then they kind of have an attitude, a style. But as he tells the story, he lets the characters like make choices. Well, what would this character do? How would the other ones react? And so he rolls it in a way that it doesn't just have a start and end. You got to figure out what goes between. It's like you let, and you can see that in some of the characters and how they interact. It's kind of, sometimes it's a little rough, sometimes, but it's natural and authentic, and it's all believable by the time you get to the end of the story, and whatever thing they have to accomplish, they get to. But you even things that predictable tropes are, you're not sure how he's going to deal with it, or what crazy little demon thing is going to show up, or sprite. And it's fun.
I like characters in horror
Sno Dub,
movies
you're
that
in
make
charge.
sensible choices.
Okay.
Like a teenage couple will go off into a creepy forest to have sex in a cabin. Perfect choice. Very logical.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of choices we're looking for in these movies.
There's a tornado and a killer on the loose.
Yeah.
Let's
Don't
go
go
to
in
the
there.
barn.
Don't go in there. You know what? Let's go in there.
It's like
It says,
Killer-
don't go in here.
the killer won't get us, but the wind and all the scythes will.
That's right. Yeah, I love that when you're saying, really, don't go there. No, it's too late. They went there.
Yeah.
Don't open that door. He opened the door.
The best idea is to split up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's not stay together in a group. Let's split up. That's always a great move. We'll look at movies
let's
like The
not-
Thing.
Let's not
Wait, wait.
escape the house. Let's run upstairs.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Let's just-
All
Let's
right, guys,
not take the. Sorry, mate.
Oh. I was just gonna say I got the reins here. Loki forgot. Held on for $5. Thank you very much. You keep the fires burning here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you. Skull and tuck and roll. See if I get this right. Here we go.
Here I
Looked like Jolly earlier.
It did.
Yeah.
Jolly did rip one on the air. He sure did.
Mm.
Well, that's how
Back-to-back
Jolly
booty
was
break.
born. So that's how he was born. So.
Those back-to-back booty breaks. Can you blame them?
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. Those are the best. I like McIntyre's booty break. McIntyre's one is the best.
Well, I just showed one. Earlier, and that one's getting some traction.
Oh,
People love
I bet
the
it
hell out of
is.
this.
Project
People love that.
Adrian says, imagine the cleanup after a Cotton Connection episode. Well, we have El Perro's pee. Occasionally, especially a special guest will occasionally leave poo on the floor.
Mhm.
Ugh.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of cleanup required after
Yeah,
those,
when they
for
talk
sure.
about a bucket and the mop, it's practical because there's a janitor's closet over there.
I'm just gonna quote that meme. Ugh, brother. What's that,
Yeah.
brother?
That's another thing you should never do in horror movies. Open the janitor's closet door. Never,
Right.
ever do.
Mhm.
I tell you what,
The attack
The
of the
fact
shit.
that I got-
Yeah.
Shit.
I got to go to the Lord of the Rings when they came out. I made sure to go every Christmas day with my sister, right? And we made it like a little tradition thing. We did the same thing, I think, with the Star Wars prequels. But anyway, I was going into Lord of the Rings not as a Tolkien fan, but as a Peter Jackson fan because of his awesome movie Dead Alive, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
like one of my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
horror movies of
Dead
all
Alive.
time.
That guy was
Yeah.
twisted. He was a twisted
Brain
director.
dead.
Right? When I found out he was doing those movies, I was like, oh, these are going to be good. You know, I knew right away. And, well, as you can see, it's one of the best trilogies ever made. So I was on to
Watched
something
it.
on that.
I
but
just
horror
watched it
movies,
all.
man.
I was on a flight back from the UK in early December, and I watched all 3 of the extended editions back to back in one flight. It's you know what? This is a long flight. What can I watch? Okay, I'll watch these 3: Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Fellowship.
The extended cuts.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah.
It was just so good. And before I knew it, flight was over.
Stop.
So, yeah, it's funny you mentioned. Did you see the prequels? I just got these in the thrift store.
Hey.
The tin ones, like $1, you know.
Oh,
Blu-ray.
I got some show and tell I want to do. I got to switch cameras though. I'll wait till Loki gets back.
So was
I got
that a
all 3 of the
non-stop flight? Was that a non-stop flight, or did you have to stop in,
No, it was
some shitty place like Quebec?
No, it was Heathrow to Calgary, so non-stop.
Oh, okay.
I got just before talking horror movies. I'm a big psychological horror movie fan. I like creepy stuff. This is a great Korean movie. If you've never seen it, called The Wailing. And it's a very creepy, supernatural Korean horror film. So I just got this.
They have some good stuff.
I mean, I'd watched it, but I just got the physical copy. Excellent movie.
Now see, I'm kind of like Punk Waddle. Like, I never was super big into horror, but I liked it. When I did like horror movies, I liked them when they were more like, suspenseful and.
That's my kind of thing. Creepy, suspenseful,
like,
supernatural.
Although I did love the Nightmare on Elm Street movies and the Freddy movies, back in the day.
But I think there's a lot of psychological horror in those too, as well as a little bit more.
But I mean, the newer horror movies that they've been putting out,
well,
it seemed like they're just heavy on the jump scares, and I don't like that.
Well, you know what? Was one thing I've noticed, and Stephanie just brought this up, that I think people are starting to embrace more stuff coming from the East in general.
Oh,
because the Western stuff is so like sanitized. It's so.
I don't think it's starting. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like what was like 2 or 3 years ago when Barnes and Nobles, you were seeing more manga than Western comics, and the amount of K-dramas that are on Netflix now and all this stuff. And I just remember some of the Korean movies and kind of over-the-top, silly horror stuff from even a decade ago that started.
Yeah.
Well, there's some really dark, creepy ones. The top box office Korean movie of the year globally and in Korea itself was a movie called Exuma, which is more of a sort of supernatural horror. Not necessarily the most creepy or horrific movie you've ever seen, but it has that really great unsettling feel to it. Everything's very unsettling, and then when they do pull out a bit of a special effect or like a big monster thing, it's they hold it back until it's necessary. So Exuma was a great example of a very creepy Korean horror movie, which I loved. It's got great stars in it too, great Korean actors in it too.
Exactly.
I'm a big Korean fan, so that's.
No, it's funny that you brought that up, Stephanie. It's just, I think more and more, people are starting to embrace just stuff just from the East in general, just because a lot of the stuff in the West just not really that up to snuff.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of what I watch, Makani, is Korean, Japanese, and Hong Kong Chinese. It's probably 90% of everything that I watch.
Most of the games I play now are from Eastern devs. So.
Yeah. I was at a Korean movie today in the cinema. I went to Calgary to see a Korean movie called Harbin, which is a Korean independence set in 1909 when they actually assassinated a Japanese governor. It was because the Japanese had occupied Korea and the Koreans were fighting back. So it was a great movie starring Hyun Bin, who's a fantastic Korean actor, and dark though, and I mean not just thematically dark, but so dark you could hardly see a bloody thing in it. It's like they had one light to film this movie. It was like
Oh, I thought you
What
meant
is
dark
this?
and themes. I was like, yeah,
It was,
that's like
it was both. It was dark in theme and filmed in candlelight. Most of it. It's like can't see what's going on here. But that was a
like
great
it's just
movie,
it's kind
though.
of funny because it's like not entertainment, but story and writing and stuff like that. It's like they're able to embrace darker themes.
Fabulous.
That stuff that the West is like. Let's be honest here, too chicken-ish to touch.
No, it was yeah. There's a lot of that stuff, but it's just they're so well filmed, written, acted. This Korean stuff. It's my favorite thing.
I think we need a.
Mahogany's about to get on a train, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right in.
Yeah, you hear it.
What were you gonna
Lovely
say?
lovely background noise.
We're back. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I mean, I know I'm banging the drum about it a lot, Korean stuff, and I do a lot of videos about it. I'm thinking of actually, I don't know, I was thinking of creating a second channel just to do Korean stuff.
I'll tell you what. You know who Pops is, right? Does talk hard stuff. So I convinced him to do this movie that he had never heard of before. That's called Ong Bak. Which was he's gotten more views on that movie than anything else, and it's still racking up views and still going. And why? Because it's a foreign film that you don't see
It's
a lot
Thai.
of people covering.
Thai
And
film.
that dude, and it's almost all traffic in Thailand. It's almost all traffic, and it's his fans that love him, and you're like, you just tapped into something that not a lot of people know about.
I've watched quite a few Thai stuff, not as much as the Korean stuff, but they do make some great movies too in Thailand, and the Indonesian stuff like The Raid. Just The Raid is such a great movie. They make kick-ass entertainment.
I was gonna show off my
Oh,
NECA toys. I ordered these a couple months ago, 3, 4, 5 months ago, something like that. But they were exclusive on the NECA site. This one's the Freddy's Furnace. Goes with your Freddy's action figure, and it flickers on the inside. It's kind of cool, little LED light in there. Furnace door opens. I wish it played the little song though. You know, do 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 do. Anyway.
Now, can you put Freddy in it?
Well, you could. I mean, you could stuff Freddy's head in there, maybe, but you know,
you're gonna have to set it up to play the song yourself somehow. Figure that out yourself.
Right.
That's a hot commodity right there.
And I got this as well. This is my Jason accessory set. And it's got like the underwater setup where he hangs the chain, and it's got the little light thing.
That'd be a good bathtub toy.
Really? Or just put the sign next to your bathtub, you know. Welcome to Crystal Lake.
We've got a doormat that says "Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake."
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's beautiful, mate.
It just sucks when you order this stuff because they take so long to ship it. You almost forget that it's coming. It's almost like a nice surprise. It's like, oh wow, yeah, I forgot I ordered that.
You know, Gundam stuff sometimes takes like 6 months or longer, or a year.
Yeah, you could do a fish tank thing with that.
Yeah, that happened to me today. I'd ordered this stuff and I forgot about it. I don't know where. I can't even remember where I ordered it from. Like the Atlantean, and then this Shadow Kingdom book.
Nice.
It's all Conan based. Robert.
Some of the places, I don't know about what you guys order from, but some of the stuff, like some of the Gundam P Bandai stuff, like they'll have, a Big Bad Toy Store, you'll have like the option to put your stuff in your pile of loot, where once it actually shows up, it's there for like 60 or 90 days. And then you'll get a message like, oh, we're, something you pre-ordered in 6 months gets there a few months late. And then a year later, like, oh, we're shipping to you now. Oh, crap.
Where did Daryl go? I saw Daryl for all.
Daryl was there, yeah.
Again.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm like Herpes. I don't go nowhere.
Does anybody have the claw?
Yeah.
Ice claw? The metal one?
Whoa.
Yeah, hang on, I can grab it.
I only have the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah.
Got a machete.
Claw.
I got a machete that he used in one of the movies.
Good stuff. Have you used it for real? You've been using it for real, haven't you?
Hail to Brandon, the anime guy. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. You know, I hear when Nancy Pelosi finally retires from politics, they're going to bring back Tales from the Crypt.
Hello, kitties.
You mean she has a job that's a little bit better than being a greeter at Walmart in
I was
retirement?
about to say.
Welcome
need
to
to say-
Nancy's Playhouse.
I
It's
need to
time to
say
have a
to my
ghoulish
voice,
good time.
there will be no John Kassir impersonations. So,
She's going to be the
no.
new Crypt Keeper. Yeah. No, but
Brandon,
seriously,
what's
like,
up, brother? $5 super chat says, "Welcome to 2025." All I'm going to say is Sakamoto days. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to you, brother.
Sakamoto.
that.
Hey,
Aye.
Bit of manga.
hey.
Pie,
manga.
thank you.
I think
Pie,
they're coming. I think it's going to be on Netflix. Actually, that I'm not
Oh,
sure. I can't
nice
remember.
glove.
I'm pretty
man.
sure Sakamoto Days has been ripped off by a number of Western movies over the years, like English language
Yeah, you
movies.
can't find those
Yeah,
anymore. I was looking
yeah.
for one myself, Snow.
Not the metal one. It's probably the same one I've got. Looks like it.
Yeah.
It's metal. Yep. This one cost me.
Metal.
God, how much was this sucker? It was like $250, $300. It's the replica of Part 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. I've got one. It was like $1.25, I think.
Yeah,
but it's got the copper fingers and it's got the metal blades and it's not like a replica of an actual.
so
Right.
you couldn't wear it at a con.
It's a really terrible skin problem you've got there, though, Snow. Your hands
Yeah, I know.
look-
Surprised he doesn't have hair all over his palm.
I was
That's
about to
true.
say, dude,
Oh, I
that
think he cut
would
his
be the
internet
perfect
connection.
solution for
Oh, it's
mosquito
gone,
bites,
yeah.
man.
Hmm.
Oh, mosquito bites.
The replica.
Scratch.
He's back.
Froze up for a second there. That was weird.
I just thought you clipped the internet cable.
Yeah.
It was El
Just
Perro
sliced
trying to
his own-
sabotage. El Perro's trying to sabotage his feed because he got into a fight with a cat.
Somebody told me that someone was saying like I supported El Perro or some shit or like while I was gone. I'm like, I didn't
Yeah,
have the
you're
internet.
well, he was hacking into your YouTube profile and coming into our streams talking shit as you. We figured it out though.
That's insane.
We're gonna gut that little dog.
I'm just worried Snow's going to accidentally chop his own head off any second now.
I won't be masturbating later until this comes back off. Yes.
We'll see how quickly
Well,
it
you
comes
could always
off.
use the other hand.
But I actually got the mask and the glove and the hat and the sweater. I just haven't done a like a Halloween with it yet. I'm thinking maybe next year, but everybody loves when I do the jolly stuff on Halloween, so we'll see. Maybe when the Snow Kid gets a little older, we can set up like our own little haunted house, for the
Yes,
kids.
Zero, knives and all.
Yeah, I got that at a con, so you can still find them. They're out there. Got to go to horror cons.
Yeah.
Daryl, I was gonna pop over to the back tube earlier tonight, but the missus was like, "Do you want to go get Mexican food?" And I was like,
Oh, hell, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I
so
don't blame you at all, bro.
we went to Gringos and I was
Fuck
like,
it,
"Oh
it's
shit,
weird.
bag tube's on," and we were coming back, and you were just about to. I think you were just about to close, and that's when I was like,
Daryl's
Arwen's
having
that
a
character
glitch.
that's got to touch everything in D&D. Even if it drops you in a
God.
pool of acid, she's like, "What does this button do, y'all?" Ah! Damn it,
But-
Arwen, you killed all of us.
Daryl, what the hell's going on? You got Parkinson's or something? What the hell?
Maybe. Maybe I've just been sitting in this chair for a long time today. And just
I don't know. I mean, did anybody else see that? It's like Daryl. He was like all jiggly and shaky, like he was freaking.
Nothing wrong with Jiggly. Depends who's doing it.
True.
Damn
He's
straight.
trying out to be a bobblehead, I guess.
Oh, Rock fan, I love that hat.
This hat.
Yeah, go Stars.
Oh, I'm a Stars, big Stars fan. Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know you guys like the Stars. I'd totally go to a Stars
Yeah.
game.
Oh, greatest experience. Love that. I was a season ticket holder there for a few years. So. Yeah, still a big Stars fan. I try and get to a couple of games every year, wherever I have to go to get to.
I think I still have
That's
my.
good to know,
hockey-
Daryl.
Oh yeah.
I think I still have my hockey puck signed by Mike Madonna.
Nice. Oh, Medano.
Yeah,
Legend.
that's the only player I know. That's the only player I know. So, and Wayne Gretzky.
Dude, my wife was in love with Hatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Darian Hatcher.
I was in love with Terry Hatcher, but that was a different thing.
Yeah, it was a totally different thing.
Darren Hatcher, yeah. Yeah, I got into them when I lived and worked in Dallas for a few years. That's when I got into it. I used to be able to walk to the arena where the apartment I lived in. I could walk to the arena.
Reunion Arena.
Just the greatest thing, be able to walk there. Obviously, stopping at a few bars on the way, but you know. And I thought, well, screw it, I'm going to get season tickets, and they treat you so well. It's such a great organization.
You know what? I love living where I'm living. I live in a really cool, like, it's quiet most of the time. Good neighborhood, good area. I miss going to see the Rangers. Astros are I'll even though it's called controversial and bullshit, Astros because of Nolan Ryan. So I grew up watching the Astros, so I get it. I can't stand the Texans, and there's no hockey in Houston.
No,
So
not
it's
yet,
like
but I think within
Yeah,
5 to
we
10
had-
years there will be.
We had the Houston Arrows like a decade ago. I mean,
There's been junior
That's
hockey,
when I
but
wasn't here.
I
there
know.
will be an NHL team in Houston within the next 10 years, I think. It's
I-
coming. I think they're one of the next candidates for a franchise. But yeah, I've been to a few Texas Rangers games, and I've been to a Cowboys game down there and stuff. It's just so much choice of sports stuff to go to when you're in Dallas or that area, you know.
Right.
But yeah, Stars. I'm still an enormous Stars fan. Daryl, good to know that, mate.
Please stand clear of the doors.
So my dad, my dad worked in the UK, that was still in Texas, and I would be taken to like company, like alleys with, usually at the ballpark. So I would catch the Rangers game off, and then sometimes I'll go Six Flags too. So.
That 70s, you gotta start getting into more roles. I could see you doing the Jack Palance bit from Tango and Cash. Tango and Cash and Cash and Tango.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jack Palance from City Slickers.
That too.
One thing.
Jack Palance, yeah. These guys are great. I mean, I miss those guys.
What did you expect? He had bacon at every meal. That's the first time I was like, you can have bacon at every meal? No. No. If the old man can do it, so can I. Don't even try. Oh my God, Jack Palance is Dracula.
I'm just thinking about it. If I could give one suggestion for anyone that wants to have a good day out, go to the Frisco Rough Riders baseball. I think they're AAA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rough Riders
They
versus Rockhounds.
They have
Rough Riders, baby.
they have the lazy.
Rough Riders, baby.
They got the lazy river thing going. The pools. You can buy a ticket where you go in there and you just sit in the pool and watch the baseball. It's the greatest thing ever.
For a minute there, when you said Frisco Rough Riders, I thought you were going to be talking about some sort of gay club.
That was Mike Roach was there, yeah.
With a lot of leather.
But the Frisco Rough Riders is a great day out if anyone ever's in Frisco in Texas. Yeah.
The last game like that I caught was them versus the Rockhounds.
Yeah.
It was the God, where are they from? Yeah,
Double
they're another-
A.
Yeah,
Like double
all
A,
Texas
Frisco's double A.
teams. The Cats, the Fort Worth Cats.
Mm.
Yeah, you can watch them floating in the Trinity River
Yeah.
right there by downtown.
I used to take my kid to watch Cats games all the time.
Just such great stuff to do there. But Frisco's a bit of a happening place now. Obviously to the north of Dallas, but they've got the Cowboys practice arenas there and all sorts of other stuff like that. It's quick. That alone, never mind Jerry's World, the Cowboys practice arena is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Frisco, that's double A ball, right?
It's double A, yeah. Frisco Rough Riders are double A.
Double A, yeah.
I can't wait for him to come out and like mess up one day. Jerry Jones come out, but you know what? The problem here, management of this team. Jerry, you're the manager.
Yeah, exactly.
You fired everybody else that had any say in anything, and you took over complete management of the team as the owner.
He's probably going to come out and say that though. You know what the problem with this team is? The ownership.
America's team. Right.
Yeah, no. How about them Cowboys?
still one of the greatest. Yeah, it's still one of the greatest experiences I've ever had is going to a Cowboys game at Jerry's World. That was a hell of an experience.
Yeah, we've been wanting Jerry Jones out since 1989.
Hard to get rid of the Clinton.
Right? No, we were Niners fans.
It sounds like McEnany's underwater again.
Mm-hmm. The Bears.
Someone's sitting on his face or something. I don't know.
No, I'm here.
You like the Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah.
They said the Bears, so you guys should.
The Bears.
I mean, in the '90s, let's face it, when it came to the NBA, you had the dominance of the Bulls and the Rockets.
Okay,
Marketing draws next exit. Marketing draws next exit.
He's definitely in a science fiction movie of some kind now.
Stay away from the doors as you exit marketing. Even the AI's got the panties dropping.
4 minutes to auto-destruct.
You mean to auto-drop?
Auto-drop. The panties auto-drop.
Auto-drop.
At the next stop, the panties will drop.
You used to get the remote control blinds for windows. You still do, but McEnany's got those for panties.
I think Mac Drive is making it. His hands in that federal location.
And he's operating it right now.
Mm-hmm. Look at that finger twirl.
Federal facility there.
Oh my!
Wow.
That was good.
Oh my!
It was good form there, Mac.
Unfortunately, guys, I got to drop out right now. But
70s, brother. It's always good.
Yeah,
it's been real, brothers.
It's always a pleasure. It's always good seeing you. Thank you for hopping on here, brother.
No, great to hanging out with you, my brothers. It's been fantastic. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you all soon.
Oh yeah, brother.
Take care, man.
All right. Cheers to the chat. Take care, everybody. Have a great year. See you all soon. Cheers.
You too,
tuck
brother.
And roll.
Tuck and roll. You know what? Let's give him a tuck and roll as he's going
tuck and roll.
Let's go.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. Yeah, there you go.
And he's in the dryer cycle.
Mac draws in the dryer cycle. So tomorrow night we got the Cotton Council, and might be our last round of Mario Kart for a while. So I'm sure Zeropium will want to get in on that. Loki, you need to come back. You haven't done it in a while.
I will be there Saturday. I will be there tomorrow. Tomorrow night I will be there. You have no fear about that. Don't worry about that.
And we gotta
I'll get my ass kicked right along with you.
Rub your lucky sticks together to get Punk Waddles to work one last time for us.
See what I can do.
What's wrong with getting yours to work?
Right now it's the router setup, and there's something I've found between the switch connecting to this exact router sort of thing, even though it has enough speed, sometimes because there's not a hardline communication and some other things, it just doesn't communicate. So even though there's enough speed and it should work just fine, it's like, no, it won't connect, or there's something internal about it. It has some weird thing that like I said, it happened last year and then it was fine, and then all of a sudden it happened again. But then apparently when you reset it, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. If resetting it 3 or 4 times doesn't work, I'm not gonna keep unplugging the internet because that gets annoying.
You know, guys, I really have to give it to Makani for being brave enough to ride a subway. Because I mean, it's all them bonfires that they have on the subways these days.
Yeah, I'll chat with my boy DJ
Ronnie G.
If you ever get a chance to meet that kid in real life, he's a hoot.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's right. He did make it to Valhalla kind of a couple of years ago when I didn't feel well and I couldn't make it.
He did. He did. We had a hell of a crazy time in Dallas.
Yeah, it was fun. Lots of fun. This year I'm planning on having a bonfire at my house and inviting everybody out on one night.
Hey yo.
I don't know if I can let out the secret news. I do know I talked to a very good friend of ours that was at the last one in Dallas that probably everybody is expecting not to go, who was like, dude, I'm planning on it. And I was like, okay. So we'll see. I ain't gonna let the cat out of the bag because I ain't disappointing a whole bunch of people. But
well,
there should be somebody there that everyone will want to see besides us.
Well, besides me.
All the normal people. Mackiny's like, besides me.
Yeah, but you better make it. You don't have to yell at me.
Mackiny on those dangerous subways, kicking butt and taking names.
Sounded like somebody just threw him down the stairs.
Yeah. I mean, was it a foot long or a 6-inch?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Hey, follow me.
Follow me. Hey, what is up, follow me? They don't have it, by the way. Just so you know, I'm updating you. I'm so glad you popped in. They don't have it. They don't have anything. So I checked. I asked. They checked. Nothing at the post office at all. So
that's just weird.
I am very, very sorry.
Live from space.
Mackiny draws. Cruising the space lanes.
I just had a thing of History in the World Part 1 at the very end, where it's promoing History of the World Part 2. Yeah, just changed a word. Where's the face?
Oh, Mackiny's in the garage now. Oh no! Don't tell me. Oh no! No, he's not. He's not in the garage. He's on the train.
He's walking that train.
Brooks, speaking of Mel Brooks, I just recently watched Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, nice.
More men in tights.
Tights.
But I have a British accent.
Oh, Dave Chappelle. They're like a black sheriff. It worked in Blazing Saddles.
Oh, Mr. Robin, you lost your arms, but you grew some nice boobs.
Nice boobs. Yeah. I'm guessing.
Everlast.
Guessing the one's coming.
Everlast.
Smith.
God, who was she married to? She was married to somebody, and she cheated on him. I can't remember who the hell she was married to. But I don't
Amy
think
Yazbek was married to John Ritter.
Okay, was it John Ritter that cheated on her? Or did she cheat on him?
I don't remember either one of that being the case.
Okay, maybe it was before that. Did she get married before that?
It's hard to keep track of Hollywood couples over the
know.
years.
Oh. I thought she cheated on somebody. Maybe that was John Ritter and Problem Child. Cheated on him with the bow tie killer.
We're gonna have smiley pies.
Smiley. I haven't had a smiley pie in 10 years.
Why latrine? Well, we changed it. It used to be shit house.
I just go random. Oh, are we talking about Mario Kart still? Oh, that min-maxing bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember this, Zero? I don't think we can take all of them. Watch us. You go that way, I'll go this way, and we'll meet in the middle. Boom! I've never seen any shit like that, Loki. You have now.
This is why I don't have a Switch.
Oh my god.
Damn, he was powering up for something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It sounded like that damn thing in Godzilla.
I
I
was
see
gonna
a
say it
tail.
sound like he's going for a ride on a light cycle.
Oh yeah,
I saw a tail.
That's my old man dog. That's Meatloaf. Hey,
I
Meatloaf.
was like, what the hell is that?
Hey,
It's a tail.
would he do anything for love?
Yeah, but he won't do that.
Oh.
Well, you know that
Yeah,
dog
he's
is going to live long because that's the longest song. So, I mean, it's going to be the old man.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Dun, dun, dun,
If we
dun,
sing
dun,
off
dun.
tune enough, they won't even know to copyright us. Ha!
Oh my god.
That's actually a good point, Pop Waddle.
Oh, I
Take
know.
it easy, Lisa.
Have a good night.
I'll do anything with leftovers, but I won't do that.
So would you do it for a Klondike bar?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Sorry. It's been long.
So,
No, it's more
I
like.
thought-
Go ahead, Mark.
I thought I saw Lisa and thought it was English Lisa. I was like, what?
What would you do for a bag of Doritos? One bag, like, the grab bag, not a big bag, not a small bag, but a grab bag of Doritos and one Dr. Pepper.
Well, it depends. Is it Cool Ranch?
I don't remember, but it can be Cool Ranch if you want it to be Cool Ranch.
Well, it would have to be Cool Ranch.
Okay, so Shellback says it has to be Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
So everybody, a lot of people know I used to work at a prison. I'm going through my daily routine of bullshit. When I pass a door that's closed that shouldn't be closed, I open the door and there's a dude on his knees in front of another dude. And he got paid a bag of chips, a bag of Doritos, a grab bag of Doritos, and the Dr.
Oh,
Pepper.
he was just checking him for ticks.
Uh-huh.
So what you're saying is he gave him something to wash it out with.
Marketing's like,
You know, I feel bad for saying it out
I think
loud.
that's called fellatio.
yes, he's right.
In other words, pulling it down.
No, I think it's called the chaser.
I will wash it down with my crispy new Dr. Pepper. Mars Monkey Max, Nick says, Nick Weiser raid. What is up, gentlemen? Good evening. Thank you for the Nick Weiser raid. Holy crap. Good evening, gentlemen. What's up? What is up? Does that mean that Ironcaster is inbound?
Better be.
What's up, Mars Monkey
Iron
Max?
Caster ETA. Nice.
What is up?
Sorry, I've been quiet. A lot of stuff I've been doing in the back.
Well, you
that's all
have
right.
an arc
We've
reactor to take care of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We've had Machini's subway background noise to fill in.
Magnificent, as well as the subway aesthetic.
Mine's like, I don't care. I'm getting something out of my eye.
Uh-huh.
With the finger that was properly utilized in response to Shellback.
Yeah, you guys use that.
Yeah, I don't know where that finger's been though.
We can ask Rudolph.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't know.
I made this during the show earlier tonight, Loki.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
No!
Not again! No!
No!
Oh heaven!
No!
What the hell was that?
It's an amalgamation of all of our fears.
Yeah, Funko
No!
All of y'all's greatest nightmares come to fruition.
Well, the thing is, I can see Mark like going up on stage, going, yeah, you know who you're here to see tonight.
It's
I
Mark
mean,
with a
I can see it.
I mean, it kind of looked like a photo negative of Lizzo, but
that was also brought up. I feel like it's Mark impersonating Elvis with a puffy taco.
Tell Nick I said thank you, please. Tell Nick I said thank
What's
you.
up,
He's not watching.
a puffy
Ironcaster?
taco or a puppet mouth?
That's why I was saying a
Puppet
puppet
mouth.
mouth. I also said it might have been a lobster claw, but it's hard to say.
Nah, it's a moose knuckle. Camel Toe's ugly sister.
Snow, I don't know how you get away with playing that shit.
Puppet mouth.
I mean, it's
People
relevant.
are
It's relevant
like-
content. It's relevant.
Loki, how do you get away with playing like this or that or the other? I'm like, man, I've got like tame shit compared to who wants a moose knuckle? Everybody, the all new
Just lucky,
moose
I
knuckle
guess.
cereal is here.
The simplest
Just
answer is
Just you wait
not,
till he brings out the Wonder Boner.
the simplest answer is not feeling at all. That's basically
I like to skate
Maki wakes up and has a bowl of banging hose like every single day. It's like, you know, I need to get me a box of dirty hose. Dirty O's. Dirty.
He gets
Fries
all those.
inside. It's panties.
I know Loki's knowing that I'm staring at him right now.
Here, let me hide.
Right now. No, I'm looking at Loki. I'm looking at this
Mac,
mofo on the top right corner of the screen.
do you?
Yeah,
do
I
you
know,
use
but I
whole
was
milk?
catching a little reverb.
On the
off
right?
of my
I thought it
face.
was on the left.
Yeah.
No, this is my left, top left. Yeah, I'm looking at you. One with the sunglasses.
Oh, hey, it could have been worse. I could have said like banging O's or at least Mankini's riding dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been Dirty O's.
They see him rolling.
Dirty.
They hate.
Could have been a bowl of panty pudding.
I'm still staring at you, by the way. I'm still staring at you. I'm still looking at you.
Oh no.
And now I don't know what to say because I'm uncomfortable and I'm like,
Yeah.
I
I did-
did again.
That's what you get.
I just want to see Machini coming onto the subway, going, "Where the white people at?"
I'm sorry.
no. We need to get Makini a Ric Flair robe. That way he can go on and he can do the twirl and be like, woo! On the train, styling and profiling.
That would be amazing.
Come on, Makini.
Did you show
dirtiest player in the game.
The dirtiest player in the game.
Yeah.
Kids, get your new box of O Train cereal. I'm not going to come out. Who wants to get on board the O Train?
I don't know.
Look at this man.
I
He's
think
plotting revenge.
I'm catching it.
I think I kind of like Makani as like the son of Booker T.
Can you dig it?
I'm about to turn this into Samuel Jackson.
Dude, you scared Daryl off the show. He literally had to turn his camera off because he was so like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's fucked up. I'm saying it's the person, right? It's the person on top of it.
Yeah, but I'm a little, I'm between you guys, so I'm catching some strays over here. I mean, my underwear starting to drop on their own.
Got a Daryl sandwich going on.
There you go.
Hey, that works.
Daryl's like, please don't be a menace to South Central, like drinking your juice in the hood.
Oh shit! We can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, yo, right.
Oh, see, now we're all getting the strays.
Maki's like, what'd you say about my mama?
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
I'll come through this screen and strike down with great bitches. Right at Shellback or right at Low.
Dude, I've just got to say this. If you ever decide to retire, ever decide to retire, you have to pick your replacement. And then the last stream you do, you got to be like, the panties will be with you. Always.
Oh, no. No. It is going to be my female replacement.
You're going to race and gender swap or just one?
No, it's going to be a female.
Jedi can use the sway behind it.
Well, will they be bronzed panties then?
As long as it sways the weak
The
bite.
Everlast.
I wonder if penguins can actually fly. Maybe we should test that. Right, Punk?
No.
Na 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 na.
Whoa. I looked away for 1 second. Next thing you know, I'm up on the big screen.
Dun, dun,
What'd I do?
Well, everybody's asking, who's this Ironcaster guy? Why does he look so
Somebody
familiar?
was just wanting to show you who Ironcaster was. That's all.
I'm just.
Hey, is there a street fight going on right behind you, Ironcaster?
It is.
Yeah, look at
It looks like Balrog stage right there.
It is.
Or at the very least, it's TMNT tournament fighters.
No, it's the Golden Nugget. That's
Yeah.
Balrog's.
Bar.
That's where Balrog fights in Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thought stop on by.
Ironcaster has
place.
Vegas wedding?
the best virtual backgrounds money can buy.
That's true.
What else do I got on here?
Oh, now he's gonna show off. Sweet.
He's gonna show off his cool stuff.
Ironcaster's World Tour.
What is that, He-Man?
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, I should know.
Apocalypse's stage.
That's where you can fight Apocalypse Akuma, right?
Yeah. Half these I don't even recognize.
That's reuse. That was reuse.
There we go.
He's always got the
Alpha.
waterfall.
I want to say it's from Alpha. It's from one of the Alpha fighters.
So in Street Fighter 4, you see him Hadouken his way like up the waterfall.
Yeah. I'm sure you can.
It's been a long time since Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition.
Kyoto. That reminds me of so much that Kyoto would stay dead or alive.
Well, also think about when Kim fought that crazy guy in Fatal Fury, the motion picture. The masked zombie dude or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that crescent moon kick and splits that sumbitch in half. And his kids are watching, and Andy grabs Terry and he's like, "No, dude, don't." He's like, "Why not, dude? He's our buddy." He's like, "No, look, his kids are watching him. Let him take care of it for his kids." And you're like, "Oh shit, it's about to go down."
Well,
Actually, Loki.
Go ahead, Monkey.
Actually, Wednesday, if I remember, Tuesday or Wednesday was Mai's birthday, actually.
Yes, yeah, because it was all over the Street Fighter scene. Because she's in Street Fighter.
Well,
you're gonna get a brand new Capcom versus SNK. Yeah, process that, Machni. A brand new Capcom versus SNK versus Capcom, whatever you want to call it.
Face, the face could have been better. Like the face could have been better, but it's totally fine. Like it doesn't stack up to how she looked in City of the Wolves, in like her debut trailer, in like City of the Wolves, in I think Friday 15. But it still looks good.
I thought you were talking about the face below you.
I know about the face below because it's terrible.
So you're telling me you're not excited for new SNK versus Capcom?
No, I am. It's just I'll probably wait until the Fighting Collection, second volume of the Fighting Collection comes out, because that's probably the only time where everything will not only the Capcom title. The fact that Project Justice is probably important, which is so weird to me that Microsoft is going to get a poor even. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, I have my Sega HDMI'd up in the other room, my Dreamcast, just to play SNK vs. Capcom.
Sorry.
No. Get him, sick him.
Match of the millennium.
So I don't have to have that anymore. I just play it on my PC, play it on my, because I will have it on PC and I will have it on a console. It's just which console do I get it on? Do I get it on my PS5 or do I get it on my Xbox?
And that's the best part is that, every game is online and well back. Big thing, especially with Capcom versus.
We need a tunnel emoji. The common nerd.
Even KOF 13, even King of Fighters 13 is being updated to well back.
You know, how come Mac kind of sounds like a TIE fighter sometimes?
I have you now. I have you now.
Did you hear? I have you now.
Almost there. Almost there.
I mean, even the train has a
Fire the photon torpedo.
There's two back.
The thermal is gone for going
You lose your tauntaun.
I think they just blew up an X-wing.
Oh, we did.
I think that was Red 5.
Just
Porkins.
Not Red Fox.
Evacuate in our moment of triumph.
So yeah, they're gonna have Lizzo piloting an A-wing in the new Star Wars movie because that works.
I will give her listen. I will
You already had a wedge.
Listen, to be fair, she looks a lot better. Drop all that.
The only way Lizzo's getting into an A-wing is if she gets an oil bath first.
They have to build the A-wing around her. Okay.
What viscosity?
This is the only time I'm giving her a compliment. Yeah, it looks a lot better.
What?
She will look a lot better in an A-wing if she only weighed like $150.
Uh-huh.
That's down to Porkins' weight.
The Porkins.
Yeah. Imagine goals to be as light as Porkins.
Well, dude,
All right,
okay,
Porkins.
this is the reason why the X-Wing worked for Porkins. He wouldn't have been able to fit in any of the other rides.
Yeah.
The X-Wing was bigger because it had the ability to go to light speed, and you needed the extra room in the X-Wing to rest while you were in light speed. Okay?
Yep.
Yes, the A-Wing had light speed, but it was like you got a short hop. That's what you get. The X-Wing could go for days. So imagine being in that cockpit for days. It's got to be a little bit bigger. It's got to be a little bit wider. It was the longest distance traveling fighter craft in Star Wars. So it was bigger. Porkins could fit in that son of a bitch. The A-Wing, you had to be like 5'8". I don't think you could be over 5'8". You could be over like 100 and so many pounds.
That has to be one of the most depressing things about Disney Star Wars. I'm serious. Like, one of the most depressing things was that before they bought Disney, like, that was an aspect of Star Wars like I was really into was the vehicles, the ship design, and stuff like that. The only thing that I saw from anything else was the black X-Wing in Force Awakens, and we have that stripped out the blue Starfighter in the Mandalorian. So that's it. Like, where's the stuff like the A-Wings, the Y-Wings, and don't get me started on that awful, what was it, those awful bombers in the opening of the last Jedi.
We could just had more B-wings. They were one of the best.
B-wings were cool, man.
Got a problem.
Okay, so in the extended universe, there was an X-Wing called an XJ. Why did it have the J on it? Because it was specifically for Jedi. Why? Because it was a completely blacked out X-Wing. It had no reflectiveness to it. It was you could not see it in space, even against the stars. It had this special paint job that would not reflect the stars, so you're not going to get any glare off the canopy or anything. It was impervious to sensors, and it had something called a shadow bomb on it that Jedi specifically controlled with the Force when they were flying, that they could shoot that bitch at a ship or at a Star Destroyer and destroy it because they moved the damn thing with the Force. That's insanity that you would get so far.
They didn't create like Disney Star Wars didn't create any like memorable vehicles. Nothing. No single vehicle created from Disney was memorable.
I remember going to Sam's even as a kid and seeing all those like Star Wars extended universe, all the just the ship books, like the coffee table.
We should have like shows that goes into like the ship design, like the world goes into how deep, because that's a deep lore too.
The designs made you want to find out more about them. It's like I want to know about the sand crawler, as a kid.
Right.
Yep.
Like I would have loved. I'm serious. I would have loved a Star Wars show that went more into progress, like that actually dived into that world, because that was one of the most interesting things about Episode 1 that I wanted to learn more about.
You find out that, like, if anybody liked Episode 1, you find out that the ship that Darth Maul is on was created by the same people that would eventually go and make the TIE Fighter. It was the first ship with the twin ion engine like that was that big and that powerful. There had been attempts to do twin ion engines before, but the biggest they got were those the Jedi starfighters you see in 3. So you've got this experimental ship that Maul had that had a cloaking device that was the most advanced. I mean, this was like
that taps more into my side. That taps more into my side. That taps more into learning stuff about how stuff is learn stuff about how those ships are propelled, what kind of engines and stuff like that, because that is true like sci-fi tech there.
Yep.
That
And they don't
really
do
appeals to
anything like
me.
that now.
Like
They don't do
No.
anything like that.
The game TIE Fighter back in the day in X-Wing 2, you actually
Mhm.
had, even when they were explaining, and they didn't go into great detail, but then they introduced a new ship. You learned about the details of the ship. They explained
Mhm.
the lore. You didn't just go hop in a new vehicle with a new game aesthetic and, go shoot stuff up.
Mhm.
Damn, Makani's going through like security and all kinds of
Metal
shit.
detector.
No, it's underpaid. I gotta underpaid. I just got off a train. I gotta pass through the gate. I have enough money, so.
Oh yeah, speaking of wasn't it a Star Wars game, Lennox? Weren't you saying earlier that you were gonna go play some or stream some? I think he said that right as we were ending, as the VacTube was ending.
Daryl?
So I mean, there's still some good Star Wars games out there for sure. I kind of miss them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to play that shit all the time. Battlefield, all that shit.
Battlefront, yeah. Republic
Battlefront,
Commando.
and I'm talking
And
about old school shit.
I think
yeah.
it also highlights another problem, and it's just such a general problem when it comes to Star Wars, is that no matter what Disney makes, they can't get away from the Skywalker saga. It has to be within the confines of that. And I'm like, you have the expanded universe, you have all this, you can make
No, they
something
don't.
that's completely away.
They
Not
don't though.
anymore.
See, here's the problem with the expanded universe. They cherry picked what they wanted and they shit all over the rest. So now they've
Exactly.
got themselves in this position where, well, we shit on all this stuff that we didn't think mattered, and now we can't pull from it because we shit all over it and we only cherry picked what we wanted.
So
And because it's ran by talentless hacks. It is ran by complete hacks.
Gotcha.
And
with no ounce of creativity.
And the thing is, even if we do run out of all the Star Wars games to play, I mean, we
Mhm.
still run our own.
Exactly.
You cannot remember how everybody was so excited because you could create your own character and be however you wanted to be. You could be either really moral or you could be really sadistic or whatever. You can't do that anymore because they don't want you to do it. They want you to only play with one character, the character they've designed, the character they're going to give you, and they will be as moral or as not moral as they want, not what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that
isn't it?
perfectly exemplifies what is
it's
wrong
basically
with the gaming industry.
It's basically Star Wars by Naughty Dog.
Yes.
By Neil Druckmann.
Well, I agree. Early on games, you just played the one character. Then all of a sudden, you had character creation. Then you had character choices like Fable and things like that, where it's like, I can do stuff in this open world, and it affects what happens later. Like your story, your options change because of the choices you made, and this became a popular game mechanic. And then people are used to this open world, and now all of a sudden, like you said, you're back to a storyline quest. You can't deviate from it. You just walk down the pace, and it's half where they just show you all the cut scenes, and then you get to interact when they decide to. And
well, I mean, they're all basically just doing the PlayStation model of just making effectively a somewhat interactive movie. And for half these games, why should I drop the $60 when I know I can go on YouTube and I can watch a playthrough that where none of your choices really matter outside of maybe some little tiny wiggle room of like this little character over here on the side. Oh, well, her balloon flew up and you didn't save it, so now she's sad, and it's not going to do anything, and you're not going to get your achievement point because you didn't go and help her. And it's like,
this is and this is sorry, but this is one of the,
two of them.
This is one of the
one.
things I'm
in my car, so.
Oh, cool. So
yeah,
this
it's
is
okay.
One of the things with where I'm at with the gaming right now, like you make an incredibly valid point, Ironcaster, in the fact that like there's so many, like you have, like you said, visual novels with hack and slash in between. Okay, but then you have all of these. That's why I think all these free-to-play game models, the gacha games that are now coming to PlayStation console, so you don't have to play them on your cell phone, and they're quote free-to-play. And so you can do the grind without actually putting any money into it, and they have sometimes better storylines and sometimes better. Some it's hack and slash, but some of it they actually have. They're developing, better fighting in interactions where you get a little bit more out of it. And with the gotcha scheme.
It's a messed up scenario we're in where you're finding that, gotcha games are having better gameplay and even better written stories and even deeper stories than what you see in the console AAA market. It's like,
because you can't make a game on committee. You cannot make a game by committee. It needs to have a vision. It needs to have leaders. It needs to have people that are leading the way, not sitting in a room having to all agree on the way something is, and all the good shit gets shot down because no one wants to let Frank be in charge of this part of the story. They all want Susie, or they want the Susie that used to be Sean, or whatever. It's led by committee now. It's all led by committee.
Yeah.
Daryl's got OG Dark Forces.
Like I said, I would have.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think if I was running, like if I was running like Lucasfilm or something, one of the first things I would greenlight is I would greenlight. Well, most people would greenlight stuff from like the EU. Like I would greenlight like shows or content that goes into more of the, like I said before, more the vehicle designs, because it's such a vast kind of, it's something that's going to open up it's going to open up kids' imaginations regardless if you're a boy or girl. That stuff is going to open.
Yeah.
Guys,
when I was a kid, reading all these Star Wars. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I actually have to go. DC's ending early, and I always pick up my show right after him. So I left a link in the back if you guys feel like sharing it. Sorry that I've been not as energetic tonight. So yes, I will have a show, DJ Ronnie G. But I better get ready for it now. Appreciate y'all for having me on. Love you guys, and talk soon.
All right. We'll see you later, Tony.
Later, Tony.
Later, Snow. I sent the link in the back. If you want to share it up, dude.
Yeah.
Later, Loki. I gotta go. DC's about to end, and I gotta pick up. So.
I don't know if he can hear you, so I'll remind him.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.
Yep.
All these faults or cons,
Tony,
whatever you guys are talking about on these video games. Got
that.
That's why I liked tabletop RPGs, because you can make up your own characters. You can make your own stories.
In another box.
Yeah.
I just had my my core rulebook out.
Yep. And this is, I was talking to Ironcaster about it. If you live in a smaller county, if you don't have people to do the tabletop with, it's kind of it's rough.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I agree with you.
I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you think? Like with Punkwad on Ironcaster, like, think about Gundam. Think about how Gundams are how you can get a little kid into Gundam like immediately, just like that, because of how cool it is, and wanting to understand just like the world and get deep into that world. That's what properties like Star Wars should be doing. You know what I mean?
And you're onto something there, because there is sort of this, whatever it is, there is this sort of innate coolness to it that you don't really have to do a ton to market. People just there'll be a type of person that looks at and just will say, yes, this is awesome. I need this in my life.
And then you find out
you
there's
show a little kid. All you gotta do is show a little kid. Show a little kid an image of a Gundam, any Gundam, and they're gonna just be like, that looks sick. What is that? That looks so cool. I want to know more about that. robots, you know.
Well, hell, I mean,
You
yeah,
get,
and with
you
the
get
game,
them invested in this, how deep this lore, and
Yeah.
you get invested in this deep lore that they learn about as they get older. They become dedicated, like, fans. Like,
I think the fact that they made the Gundams look like they're giant robots, but they look like people, you know, they look somewhat anatomically like people. Now there's some that deviate from that, but from the core Gundams, yeah, that's a little pun on that. But they look like people. So there's all of a sudden this like, is it armor? Oh no, it's a 3 or 4 story tall robot, but it kind of looks like a person. It has armaments, but it doesn't so look. Because there's some really cool robots we've seen that have really cool designs. The Vodums are really close, but like when you look at some of the frame arms and things like that are just, they're like a mecha and they're cool, or Armored Core, which is really cool, but you don't, those
Armored
designs
Core
don't
is
stick,
another one.
but those
The thing,
they're so technical, they don't stick in your head the way that Gundams do. Look at that, like that's stuck in your head.
and the thing is, I bring that up because one thing you have to understand, and people are going, I know people are going to diss me very strongly, is that
The Loto twins.
Star Wars at its heart is a boys brand.
Always was.
Like you should never I really hate this period where it's basically a sin to make something that appeals to boys, to even young boys. Like somebody like young boys like me, like everybody in this chat, we like seeing cool-ish. You want to make it something that's appeal to young boys, make it cool as hell.
There's a reason there were certain traditions and tropes, and tried and true has functionality. Like if people don't, and trust me, being the punk ass kid that I am, I get like the fighting what's popular. But if you're fighting what's popular when everybody wants in a way that you're just getting angry at people for success and getting angry that something works and you don't want it to work, like, okay, if you don't want it to work and it has to be something else that nobody wants, but you have to prove yourself, you know, don't buy my books if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Fine. Like you said.
Yeah.
Nobody wants
I know. We went from
Never opened.
you could use a good kiss to Ray.
Like I will take an example I will take a shiny example. For me is that I've collected, you know, I collect Hot Wheels. I collect Hot Wheels collectors. And growing up, you know, Hot Wheels were cool, but there was that point that, you know, Mattel Hot Wheels, they did something that they should have stuck with. And that thing was this thing called Highway 35 and Acceleracers, because they created this really cool story, this really cool universe and lore that they are still sitting in people's minds till this day.
It's like when Lego made Bionicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Lego made Bionicle.
And then decided to crap it because they were too diverse and spread out.
And now you look at what they try to reimagine and remake with those, and it is nowhere near what those ones were.
Oh, not at all. Because I remember, because I would always want to buy a Bionicle, but then I was like, no, I'm going to buy the space set, the things that I like. And then Bionicle disappeared, and it's like, I wish I bought some.
Like when you see a lot of these Western properties that try to incorporate anime elements because anime is so popular, they fundamentally miss what makes this particular type of anime work, what this particular type of anime appealing. It's more than just visuals, it's story, it's themes, it's characters, it's morality. Because that's a different culture. That's a more traditional, because that is a more traditional culture. You know what I mean? It's more traditional morality going on there.
Hey, Makani, you like Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like Hot Wheels?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Hot Wheels.
Ooh.
The Shaggin' Wagon.
The whole set.
Awesome.
Radical.
Oh,
Totally tubular, dude.
Sweet.
Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova? Speaking of Nova, it's almost midnight, and it is past midnight. Shit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get out of here, guys. Last words, last call. Anything you want to say? Now's the time.
Yeah, I'm playing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for the comments on the Psylocke piece that I did. I just ordered the sticker, so they'll be up in the Etsy shop real soon. And we're playing Marvel. No Machini live on Sunday, but we are playing Marvel Rivals. And this year, I'm going double or nothing. 5K before the end of the year.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm double or nothing. 5K before the end of this year.
Oh yeah.
If not 6K.
Oh, well, you got to decide. Is it going to be 5 or 6?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
6.
Dude, it's going to be. If you thought Sno Dub, are you there? You there, Snow? Are you still there? Or did you say fuck it and walk off?
And Snow, I owe you big time. I feel like I got to make it up to you.
But streaming's about to get very interesting from everything I'm
Oh
hearing.
Yeah.
There is a specific side of government that's about to pour about $1 billion into new streamers, backed platformers, all kinds of crazy nonsense. So if you thought it was tough after the coup started to get started on YouTube and Rumble and all this shit, just wait, because that's about to get a whole lot interesting.
Well, I've already have some thoughts about some of that stuff already.
Totally popped up.
But
Sno Dub's like, I'm downstairs. Fuck.
I'm outside. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, make sure you're subscribed to Machini. Go check
Double
out
or nothing.
Double or Nothing. Go check out. We're gonna call him that from now on. Double or Nothing panty drop. Just kidding. I've got to tease him because he gets so upset about it.
Yeah,
I love him. And then he'll go make like a whole thing about it on his show where all the girls are saying it. I'm like, now we're talking Machini. Embrace the panty drop.
Yes.
It's not me embracing it; it's everybody else embracing it. It's like it's subconscious.
Now
use your powers, make them drop. Anyway.
Yeah, what was that one anime at the very beginning? He gets chased by all the exploding panties.
I don't remember.
What?
I remember. Was it
Maki wrote
House
that.
of the Dead 3, where that giant granny is like 90 foot tall and naked and falls on that guy, and you're like, oh no. And you hear the whimpering like, oh, it's like buried in her ass, and you're like, not happening.
I just had a flashback to that Woody Allen movie where that giant boob was chasing him through the park.
Also, shout out to Maria and PJ Orville Nation.
Two great, absolutely wonderful people. Anybody have anything else going on this weekend they want to shout out?
We're gonna hang out. Apparently, we're having our season finale. Since Snow's downstairs, I hear we're doing something big on the Cotton Council season finale. So we're gonna probably go big, go puppet. We're gonna play Super Nintendo apparently with Ironcaster.
Nice. I've got a Super.
Was that with the controller you just pulled up?
Oh, my little Bluetooth.
Okay, yeah. That's for the Switch, but yeah.
I mean, this thing's Bluetooth, so I can put it on anything.
That's awesome.
Well, this thing has all the Nintendo and Super Nintendo games on it.
Oh, Ironcaster, I forgot to tell you. Tell T-shirt I'm back on Cyberpunk again.
All right, he's gonna love it.
4 terabyte SSD. I've been able to run it with full mod. With I don't know how many mods, but I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it now.
You know, my favorite mod I put in was to have the Alita Battle Angel arms.
Nice, nice.
All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, we're getting out of here. Make sure you check out Sno Dub tomorrow. Make sure you check out Daryl the Derelict's controller. It is round or oval.
Well, I started a gaming channel last year, but I'm finally going to put content on it this year.
Nice.
Sweet.
And
About
it's going to
time.
start with a link to the past.
A link to the past. My adventure will start with Final Fantasy.
You got have you done the randomizer?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love that.
That's all I can talk about.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I talk about is freaking Zelda randomizer.
All right, we're getting out of here. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you next Friday on The Late Show with Loki and Sno Dub and all of these wonderful, great people. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Do it.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.
And drop those pants.